Yo, what up? It's your boy Joe, J to the O, aka Regal. BK Yaosa, the closest one to the sun, trying to be the closest thing to the hardest working human being, also the closest thing to the perfect human being, who is Jesus Christ. Yeah, Shua HaMashiach, and if I'm not, let Joe think what Joe think. Hallelujah. That's my mind. I'm gonna use it. Now, I want to make a second video to the one I just made called Wait. We gotta wait. And it's a lot in that video. But I'm gonna get more on the point of waiting. So, like I was saying, black women, y'all need to do better. You need to start just being holy. Because when this country gets invaded, and it will be soon. I mean, look at the writing on the wall. We're gonna have civil unrest because the Republicans and the Democrats, they damn near hate each other, and they should, but they both stupid as fuck. Excuse my language. They both stupid AF, right? Because like I watched the debate, I kind of had to, cause whatever. So Trump was talking like, yo, with the whole abortion thing. 'Cause I don't really be up on politics, cause to me it's all politics. If a politician's mouth is moving, he lying. I understand that Trump is somewhat cut from a different cloth, but he also had Jared Kushner, who is a Ashkenazi or Ashkenazi affiliate, but he had him in his cabinet his last presidency, and basically Trump can't get too far out of pocket. He can't get too far out of pocket because if he does, something might happen to him. Because presidents are not elected, they're selected. And anybody who don't know that, what are you doing with your life? Now I know I'm going through hard times, I comprehend, but at least I take time to learn what's going on around me. Why have a pocket full of money or a bank account full of zeros with some type of other numeral before those zeros, some type of numerical digit, if you ain't got no digits in your mind, right? If you can't comprehend what's going on around you in this matrix, right? Like anybody that gets out of pocket with the Federal Reserve, right? The bankers, the Rothschilds, things of that nature, and the synagogue of Satan. And I'm still trying to figure out how they all tie together, but they all work together. They're all against the Hebrews. They're all against Yah and the Hebrews. All these secret societies, all these people who do all this wickedness in the darkness, they have one op in general. They might be ops against each other. Russia and America and this and that might be ops against each other. But for the longest, they've been confederate. Now, Putin he just opened up his vaults and showed that the Hebrews are actually black, or what we would call black people, right? So Putin has just really broke away from that confederacy, and that's how I'm figuring out things are really about to start to pop, because Putin realizes how wicked America is. Well, this is just my opinion. From where I'm coming from, my opinion, I think that, well, I mean, that's a fact, though. You can go back and read some of Putin's articles and speeches and interviews or whatever, and he'll tell you America is wicked as hell. And he'll tell you that they have guys chosen over there. So Putin comprehends the importance. Yah is working on Putin's heart. Putin is starting to realize the importance of rocking with Yah's chosen people. But anyway, I don't know where he comes in on the quote unquote hierarchy of world leaders when it comes to the secret societies, right? But all in all, they're just against the Hebrews. They get all their doctrine from Solomon. The Masons and things of that nature, yeah, they get their doctrine from Solomon. I still haven't figured it all out, but basically Solomon had this ring, and he could take control of spirits, demonic spirits, and that's how. Now I'm still coming into a lot of this knowledge. So fact check me, take it with a grain of salt. You know, you do your own research, right? You gotta use self autonomy and do self research. But Solomon had this ring where he could take control of demonic spirits. And he also interviewed each spirit and learned their weaknesses, their strengths, whatever it may be. Their hierarchy, their rank within the demonic dark army of darkness or whatever. And from these interviews, people have learned Wiccans, pagans, the Masons, witchcraft, all this other stuff. They were doing witchcraft before this, but this took it to a higher level, right? I guess a higher order, right? And they take these interviews and they learned how to formulate spells to basically call upon these particular spirits, right? But they get all their information from us. The truth. They know who the true Hebrews are, bro. They know who we are. Why do you think they work so hard to keep us down? Especially if you're of my complexion. Why do you think they keep us? They work. So they don't hate you because you're black, bro. All the other nations of the earth don't hate us because we black. They hate us because we Yah's chosen people. That's why they hate us, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with skin color, bro. It got everything to do with our rank in the spiritual realm. We've been chosen by Yah. And as Balaam said, if you read the Antiquity of the Jews, you go look at what Balaam said to King Balak before he taught King Balak how to curse the Israelites by sending their daughters. He said, look, you can't curse them. All you can do, and this is important, this is where the concept of why we have to wait comes in. This is important. You need to go read this. I think it's chapter 5, but you can just Google it. Balaam in the Antiquity of the Jews. Right? Or then you can even type Josephus, because it's in the book of Josephus. So, he said, look, you can't curse these people. But what you can do is get them to curse themselves through the forsaking of their law, right? By sending your daughters at them. Now, if you do this, you're only going to get the victory over them for a short time. It's only going to be for a short time. And then, after they are punished, he's going to remove his wrath from off of the Israelites and put it onto you. Right? And that's what happens. That's how Yah runs the kingdom. And that's righteous. Right? If your child go to school, which you shouldn't be sending your children to public schools in the first place, because this is the only thing that's going to happen to them when they go. Public schools are just gang recruitment centers, whatever gang that might be. Just because you're in a small town, there's nothing but Caucasians, it's still gangs out there. It just might be the KKK or skinheads or whatever gang they got going out there. We all got gangs. Right? It's just the enforcement unit of your tribe. Right? It's just the enforcement unit of your tribe. Excuse the sirens. So, that's all schools are. It's gang recruitment centers and basically social situations, social centers. You can get you a girlfriend and you can join a gang. And if you're really bad, you can sell some drugs. Maybe you can get cool and race cars and race motorcycles. It's just a place to learn how to do wickedness. It's not a place to learn how to do righteousness, right? That's why it's better to homeschool, because your neighbor, see, this where having common unity come in. If you send your child to a homeschool where all the children there are learning the same thing and y'all have the same principles and the same beliefs, then they're more custom fit for your tribe, for your customs, for your rituals, for your beliefs. And thus you build a common unity, a community. And once y'all get enough numbers, y'all become strong. There's strength in numbers. That's why if you really want to see if America cares about you through your vote, even though presidents aren't elected, they're selected, at least through what they call it, the popular vote don't count. It's the votes that come from the states, the electoral votes. At least that's what they tell us. The popular vote don't even mean shit. I don't even know why y'all even go to the voting booths for a popular vote. That don't mean shit. And then it goes beyond that, because if you do some research, all the presidents come from the same bloodline. And we can take it to the bloodlines, because the bloodlines are on the earth from the original demons or angels who came down to have sex with women. And they left bloodlines on this earth. See what I'm saying? Because to become a king, you have to come from a bloodline. You just can't make yourself a king. The 10 kings of the earth, I'm doing research on who the 10 kings are right now. But I guarantee you, the 10 kings come from a demonic bloodline. They got to, because you can't just make yourself a king. You can't do that. What makes you a king, right? Divine, and you're entitled through the divine. Some entity, some spirit made you a king, right? That's probably even why Yah was upset that the children of Israel asked for a king, because the children of Israel are like, man, we want a king too. We want it, because see, the Israelites have a problem with waiting, as we do. We have a problem with waiting. That's why they would go to other false gods, because you would go to Yah for something and it seemed like, man, it ain't nothing happening, right? Even though when he delivers you at the exact right moment, and that's the wisdom of Yahweh. No one else, no other God can do that. No other spirit can do that. He delivers you at the right exact moment, and he'll tell you he's gonna do it. He'll send a prophet and tell you this is what's about to happen, right? And you won't see nothing happening, and then it happens, just like that, right? That's Yah showing off. That's Yah getting his glory, letting people know, oh no, ain't no other mighty one on this earth like Yah. And there ain't no other mighty one on this earth like Yah. Hallelujah. And we serve Yah. So for the Israelites to come to Samuel and say, yo, we want a king, because see, these other demons, you'll make a sacrifice to them or whatever. You might have to sacrifice your firstborn, whatever. But you'll make the sacrifice to them, and then you'll from what I'm gathering through deductive reasoning, just from reading different texts and trying to comprehend why would the Israelites do this, right? Is because you see an immediate response from the demons. Although they cannot break the curses, right? So they're not, what are the curses? That you shall have pain in giving birth for the woman, right? The earth is basically cursed. You're gonna have to toil and really work to get produce from out the ground, right? And you're not gonna live long anymore. You know, your lives have been deduced down to 120 years. But if you really pay attention and look, you'll see that the generations of man are being shortened and shortened and shortened. Like right now, I think the average age that a person lives to is like 80, 89 maybe. It might be even lower than that, right? Ain't nobody really living to 120 years no more. It's because once the earth was cursed, it's continually being cursed, right? It wasn't just cursed and then that was it. No, when Yah created the earth, it was good, right? It was good. He looked at it, he said, man, this is good, right? Meaning there was no curses on it. It was blessed. So it wasn't going to continually degrade. It was going to continually sprout. It was going to continually blossom. It was going to continually get better. It's going to continually be blessed, right? But since the earth is cursed, and we was going to, as creations of the Most High, we were going to continually to get better. If we would just wait, right? And have patience. Just wait. Just let it go. Just let it flow. Stop trying to get what you want overnight. And that even goes to speaking about Balaam. If you read the account in Josephus, the account of Balaam, when the daughters of King Balak came around and the Israelites' hearts was like knitted to them, just off top. Like they didn't put up no fight. They didn't put up no fight. They were just like, man, these women is bad and we want them. And that's how we continually fail, through women. From Adam on, through women. That's how we continually fail as men of Israel. Samson. The Israelites in the wilderness with Balak sending his daughters. And over and over and over. Right? So, anyway. Their hearts, if you go read that account, it's gonna say at one part, because they came and they was outside doing whatever, they was looking good, smelling nice. They came over this, they were honeypots, right? The Israelites invited them over. They come in their tent, they kick it. It's like the Israelites' hearts was just knitted unto them. Just these particular of the tribe of Simeon. Just a few of them, not all of them. They said, all right, if you want us, you got to come and serve our gods, right? And they said that after they had perceived, we have made these men our slaves. They knew that in their spirit. That's what the book say. It say, once they knew that they had made these men their slaves, they were willing to do whatever for that, right? They said, all right, come serve our God. And mind you, this is only for a temporary time. The curses is only for a temporary time. And then he turns his anger, his wrath from us and puts it on our enemies. Just like if you sent your son to school or your daughter to school, which I would never do, but you send them to school and they learn wickedness from one of their classmates, and they come home and start operating in that wickedness because it's giving them something immediately. Instead of waiting for it, like maybe they see pornographic images or something, right? Instead of waiting for it, what you're supposed to do, you want instant gratification right now. And that's what gets us in trouble. We need to wait. And maybe this what this whole thing is about. Yes, y'all can show it right now. But maybe we need to learn how to wait. Right? For the 1,000-year reign, we just can't have everything right away. You gotta wait. Right? But yeah. So you would punish your son or your daughter first, and then if you could, you would take out your wrath on those who taught your children wickedness, right? At least if we was in Israel, that's what we would do. We would root out the wickedness of Israel. But since you operate in America or whatever country you operate in, you have to abide by that nation's laws, I suppose, or go to jail. You might be righteous with Yah, but they might put you in jail though. So anyway, yeah, they couldn't wait. The Israelites, they said, man, we'll go ahead and we'll do it. So in the book of Josephus, they all have. I don't like the way Josephus wrote it, but I'm glad that it's a secondary account of it. And maybe there's a third account in Jubilees. I might have to go check my books. But Moses called all the Israelites together, all of them. And he didn't even say anybody's name. He just wanted them to repent. He was like, look, ain't nothing happened to y'all yet. Take this as a warning. He ain't say no names. He said, y'all need to get rid of these strange women that y'all done took as wives. Right? And then the chief of that tribe, of the tribe of Simeon, I think his name was Zimri, he stood up and contested Moses. It was like, man, how y'all gonna try to lord over us? Basically, this is what he said. This is not verbatim, but this is basically what he said. How y'all gonna try to lord over us and make us y'all servants and this and that? And, basically from what I was getting from him, he was kind of saying like, man, y'all living the lives. Because, Moses got like 3 wives and things of that nature. Y'all over there living the lives, and we ain't got no women over here. We want us some women too. You know what I'm saying? And why should we only serve Yahweh? Why not serve the God of this land and stuff like that, right? So Phineas came over there from the account in Josephus. After that all happened, Moses didn't say nothing. After Zimri said his little piece, Moses was like, I'm not even finna say nothing back unless that it gives the wrong image. Now everybody think they can just talk, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to end the meeting right there, and we'll handle it later, because he already know y'all finna send something on this boy. And everybody got afraid of them. Like, man, y'all finna do something to y'all. Because you ain't seen y'all bring us out of Egypt. You ain't seen everything that happened in the wilderness. And now that y'all bringing us into the land, you want to start messing with strange women and serving their gods? But that's how it happens when you got a lot of people. People they think they can just do whatever they want to do, so they got to be handled, right? But Phineas, he took a javelin and went in his tent, and Simri, the chief of the tribe of Simeon, he had took like one of the daughters from the chief of one of their tribes, right? So they kind of had like a royal type deal. They felt like they was like Israelite pagan royalty or something. So Phineas went in his tent and put a javelin through both their ass. And he found favor with Yah for doing that. Found favor with Yah. So, long story short, we should be waiting. We should be accustomed to waiting, learning how to wait. That's our problem, especially in this microwave generation. So, although a lot of us may be going through trials and tribulations, which, I know I am, and I ain't even tripping. Like I say, in my first video that I did today, I woke up this daybreak feeling strangely at peace. Strangely. And I think it's just because I'm becoming more at peace with my surroundings and more at peace with my situation, because I comprehend the situation. Like, because I know what it's supposed to be. And it ain't supposed to be what it is right now unless the Most High wants it to be what it is right now, right? So, who am I to argue with that? And plus, there's prophecy that says, and I can't argue with the prophecy either. And maybe I'll go over that some other time. But we have to just endure as good soldiers, because these devils can't stop us. They know exactly who we are. And just like, I know for me, they always got their eyes on me. But that's good, because when the Most High turns the captivity, which he's about to do, their eyes are going to be situated in the right place to see what they need to see, right? Because when he does this, he's going to have the nations in awe all the way to the ends of the earth. It's the book of Psalms, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, they all talk about it. All those verses that you find hard to comprehend, if you look at it through the right angle, through the right lens, you'll see it's probably talking about the gathering of the remnant. Shalom.